The llama sits alone, her mind filled with confusion after the sudden crash. A sea of tears forms around him, reflecting his deep and lonely despair.
With a determined stride, the tiger moves toward a new, festive destination. A joyful lion receives news, his laughter echoing through the sunlit orchard. Together they charge toward the unknown, united by a single, desperate goal.
The donkey walks happily with his llama, unaware of the approaching chaos.
A mischievous cat speeds through the woods, bringing an unexpected turn of events.
The cat's casual call contrasts sharply with the llama's deep, visible sorrow.
Each heavy step leads to a fall, marking the beginning of his sorrow.
An unexpected encounter halts his flight, bringing a brief moment of pause. Within the temple walls, the llama cries while the cat plans their future. The cat makes a daring escape, while the donkey struggles to keep pace.
The llama's tears flow freely, a silent testament to her hidden, inner pain.
In the silence of the woods, the donkey's heart breaks into many pieces.
The group expands as they race forward, leaving the simple life behind.
Celebration fills the air as the wedding begins, oblivious to the coming storm. Tranquility is interrupted as the tiger prepares for an unexpected wedding celebration.
A sudden collision forces the llama away, leaving the donkey in total shock.
Driven by desperation, the donkey runs through the forest, seeking lost hope.
They ride away together, leaving the past behind in the shadows of trees.
Under the cold stars, the donkey remains alone with his eternal, silent grief. The final curtain falls on her freedom as the night grows cold.
The lion's strength serves the cat's cruelty, crushing any hope of a rescue.
Their hunger is insatiable, a reflection of their cold and predatory nature in power.
Her tears fall silently, reflecting the tragic loss of her true love's promise.
The feast ends as the groom returns, ready to claim his stolen and tragic prize.
Might makes right as the lion intervenes, crushing the hopes of the weak.
His cries echo through the trees.
The uninvited guests arrive, their presence a stark reminder of a broken bond.
Laughter masks the cruelty of a union built on power and stolen dreams.
She waits in the shadows, a prisoner in a room of gold.
The temple falls silent, under the watchful gaze of the cold moon.
Beneath the bridal veil, her heart remains anchored to a distant, fading memory.
A forced intimacy begins, masking the silent scream within her lonely soul.
Anger erupts from the deer, blaming the donkey for their humiliating and total failure.
He feeds her gently, yet her heart remains cold and deeply broken.
Cruel laughter echoes as they consume the spoils of their brutal and heartless victory.
Stars witness the tragedy, shining brightly over a world filled with sorrow.
Defeated and broken, they flee back into the shadows of the ancient forest. The groom enters the chamber, claiming a victory that feels like ash. Words of love are met with cold indifference in this house of gold. The predators feast greedily, celebrating their dominance over the weak and the broken. Armed with simple branches, they march toward a destiny they cannot change.
Each bite she takes is seasoned with the salt of her tears.
A hollow gesture of kindness cannot mask the cold reality of her forced union. Alone on the forest floor, the donkey's spirit finally breaks under the weight. Each grape she eats is a reminder of her lost and broken freedom. The ornate architecture stands indifferent to the donkey's raw and bleeding heart.
Survival instincts kick in as the doctor fights the cold current.
He seeks a past that has been overwritten by the cat's cruel design.
The groom enters the chamber, claiming a victory that feels like ash. The sterile walls offer a cold sanctuary for the dying hope.
Desperation fuels his stride as he chases a ghost of a life once lived.
The small wheels struggle under the weight of two desperate souls.
Panic sets in as the cat calls for help in a crisis.
She waits in the shadows, a prisoner in a room of gold.
A forced intimacy begins, masking the silent scream within her lonely soul. Physical strength is his last resort to save his stolen family.
Rapid movement through the halls mirrors her racing, fearful heart rate.
He buys tiny clothes, preparing for a child that isn't truly his. His rhythmic pedaling masks the predatory intent hidden beneath his cheerful facade. Each heavy step he takes at this moment echoes his internal collapse.
Each fish caught represents another small victory in his game of dominance.
Her pregnancy is a physical cage, binding her to a life she hates.
The final curtain falls on her freedom as the night grows cold. The temple falls silent under the watchful gaze of the cold moon. He trades the river's life for coins, a merchant of stolen natural beauty. His frantic voice betrays a rare moment of genuine, desperate fear.
Sweet fruit cannot mask the bitter taste of her forced and lonely existence.
Every turn of the wheel brings him closer to his domestic illusion.
Shadows embrace him as he watches the architect of his profound and lonely misery.
He drinks to forget, but the liquid only fuels his burning memories.
A sudden impact shatters the hope of a quick medical rescue.
He feeds her gently, yet her heart remains cold and deeply broken.
Frustration boils over as the lifeline is abruptly and cruelly severed. A simple gesture of love remains hidden behind the cold stone walls. Speed becomes a dangerous gamble on these narrow, winding forest paths.
Stars witness the tragedy, shining brightly over a world filled with sorrow.
A bountiful catch fuels his ego, further distancing him from the llama's pain.
Financial success provides the cat with a shield against his own moral decay.
Nature's bounty is harvested with a cold, calculated efficiency by the ginger cat. From the shadows, the donkey watches his stolen life continue without him. The cycle of consumption continues, fueled by the cat's opportunistic and cold nature.
The doctor answers, unaware of the tragic drama unfolding at the temple. The water's surface shatters, mirroring the fragmented piece of this stolen life.
Whispered words carry the weight of 1,000 unspoken and tragic regrets.
Sudden pain strikes, a physical manifestation of her deep and internal turmoil. His gaze lingers on the flowing water, a metaphor for time's cruel passage.
The tricycle carries the weight of a domestic life built on lies. His cries echo through the trees, reaching for a love now lost. Wasted life falls behind him, unvalued in his pursuit of material gain. The siren's wail marks the start of a race against time.
Each bite she takes is seasoned with the salt of her tears.
The red liquid offers a temporary shield against the sharp edges of reality.
She carries her prize with pride, oblivious to the eyes watching from the dark.
The cat returns home, a provider in a house of silent screams.
Survival instincts kick in as the doctor fights the cold current.
The sterile walls offer a cold sanctuary for the dying hope.
Rapid movement through the halls mirrors her racing, fearful heart rate.
Physical strength is his last resort to save his stolen family. Speed becomes a dangerous gamble on these narrow, winding forest paths.
Cold plastic chairs offer no comfort to his heavy, guilt-ridden heart.
The small wheels struggle under the weight of two desperate souls. Frustration boils over as the lifeline is abruptly and cruelly severed. The siren's wail marks the start of a race against time.
A new life arrives, carrying the undeniable truth of its true lineage.
The sterile hallway stretches, mirroring the cat's growing and desperate anxiety.
A sudden impact shatters the hope of a quick medical rescue.
The flickering flames mirror the dying embers of his once bright hope.
The digital screen calls for engagement, masking the tragic story's deep end.
Wealth accumulates while his moral foundation slowly and surely erodes.
A mother's touch is heavy with the weight of secrets.
A sudden shift in emotion recats opportunistic and cruel nature.
A family portrait built on a foundation of stolen dreams.
Framed by wood, she gazes at a freedom she lost.
He adjusts his mask, hiding the predator lurking within him.
His greed is a bottomless pit that nature's bounty can never truly fill.
A silent meal shared between a predator and his captive prize.
He pedals faster, escaping the shadows of his own growing and moral decay. Clouds hide the moon, mirroring his total and absolute despair. A single bloom offers a cruel contrast to his own withered, broken heart.
The moon is a cold witness to her nightly prayers for a rescue.
He plays a father's role while hiding the truth of betrayal.
Their struggle on the cold floor reflects their intertwined, tragic fates.
His forced kindness is a sharp blade against her fragile spirit. His voice reaches for a sky that offers no comforting answers.
The golden cage feels smaller with every breath of forced silence.
Solitude returns as the donkey wanders through the dense, indifferent forest again.
He holds the ribbon, a fragile tether to a ghost of his past.
Success built on another's misery is a hollow and cold victory.
The water reflects a broken soul, searching for a lost identity.
Physical wounds mirror the deep emotional scars left by the cat's betrayal.
He runs not toward goal, but away from his own crushing despair.
Every glance at the child is a bittersweet reminder of her true love.
The chase continues, a cycle of pursuit fueled by broken dreams.
The predator returns to the scene, ready to claim his final prize. Coins clink, a hollow sound that echoes the emptyish of his cold soul.
Her tears are the only honest thing left in this house of love.
Each faded image he holds represents a life that was stolen. Memories of the llama haunt his every step in the lonely woods.
A nurse intervenes, separating the two rivals in the sterile hallway.
Cold stone walls offer a temporary refuge for his pain. Innocent eyes carry the undeniable truth of a hidden father.
Erupts, a desperate attempt to reclaim a lost life.
The water shows a stranger, hollowed out by months of silent, heavy grieving.
Secrets whispered in the dark change the course of their conflict.
A discarded ribbon becomes a sacred relic of a lost love.
Cruel laughter fills the room, marking the end of the donkey's hope.
A distant temple represents a life he can no longer reach.
Rain washes his fur,
but cannot cleanse his deep sorrow.
Silence at the table is a weapon, cutting through their false domesticity.
The bonsai's twisted branches reflect her own stunted and forced growth here. A silent meal. Their shared silence is a weapon that cuts through false domesticity.
The red liquid burns, a temporary distraction from his cold, internal void.
Each heavy breath he takes is a struggle against the forest's indifference.
Innocent eyes watch. He sees a world not yet tainted by his father's betrayal.
Tears fall silently. Her grief is the only truth left in this golden cage.
She holds the child. Every innocent gaze reminds her.
Stolen wealth cannot buy the peace his cold, ginger heart lacks. He sells his catch. This material success masks the hollow rot within his deceptive soul.
The fire's warmth is a lie in the face of his freezing heart.
He walks alone. His isolation is a physical weight pressing against his tired, brown fur.
The vast sky mirrors the infinite depth of his lonely, silent sorrow. The fire flickers. Its warmth is a lie in the face of his freezing heart. He sees a stranger. The water reflects a soul hollowed by months of grieving. He pedals faster. Speed is his only escape from the shadows of his guilt.
She holds the truth, a heavy weight against her fragile, cream-colored chest.
Innocent eyes see a world not yet tainted by his father's betrayal.
He drinks to forget, but the liquid only fuels his burning memories.
He runs blindly. Each heavy breath is a struggle against his own crushing despair. Gold coins clink, a hollow rhythm for a life built on deception.
Bitterness seasons every bite in this house of stolen, broken dreams.
Her gaze follows the wind, seeking a love lost to time.
He mimics a father's joy while living a lie of betrayal.
Innocent eyes reflect a truth the cat tries to bury deep.
Tears water the stone floor, a harvest of deep, internal pain.
Cold rain masks the tears of a donkey lost in grief. The ribbon's color fades, just like his hope in the dark.